Alright, welcome everybody to episode 22. In this one I'm going to be doing... Okay, let me level up some of these guys. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the Brave New World quest. Or at least making a start on it. Oh wow. Alright. Yeah, I'm making this, trying to do this. Tartarus is where I'm going. And depending on how excruciatingly dull this ending is, or if it's interesting, you never know. I'm not going to write this game off just yet. I will do some of the side stuff in the following episodes. Post-game stuff, mostly, if there is a post-game to this. You are about to assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and determine the fate of the Halcyon colony. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Yes. Would you like to save? Yes.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Know anything useful about Tartarus?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Nice try, but not happening.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you return, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Okay. How long will that take?
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
Hey, how do I know you're a real officer under that helmet? Show me your biometric ID.
Alright. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee, so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Good luck, Ada. Okay, let's do this. I have no idea how hard this is going to be, or how easy. Like I said, fighting some of these guys would be a bit of a breeze. What's his name? Phineas said that the guys who attacked his lab were meant to be like really heavy hitters, and I got through them no problem at all. So yeah, no idea what to expect here. there hasn't actually been any real thing in the way of a boss battle either, so... And this does sound like it's going to be a boss battle.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's time. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not while I breathe. Push on, Guardian.
Fuck it, guess we're storming the place. Cool. Well, that was easy. I'm trying. There's a lot of guys here. Yep, well, I guess this was hard. Alright, guess that was difficult then. Well, not really, I mean, I did charge into them. You know, it was kind of my choice. I didn't hang back with everyone else shooting at them from a distance, I just ran right in there. So, yeah, I was asking for trouble. That being said, though, I should probably use some of my... I'm going to use the workbench, I think. Go to the workbench, upgrade some of the stuff I got, and then... just charge into that place. It was a bit random, though, that what's-her-name sends a bunch of guys... Guess it's because I'm in good standing with her. That being said, though, I'm on good standing with one or two other people as well, like factions. So, alright, let me, Oh, I have to repair them. Let's go! Might need to upgrade weapons I've given my companions as well. I mean, like, clearly the stealth option is just like out the window now, isn't it? When it's like, you know, charge. Like I'm walking down the bloody gangplank and it's got like 20 guys running out of a bloody ship, shooting up the place. It's like, well, there goes the stealth option. So it's not like I was consulted either. It just happened. It was just like the what's her name who runs the Groundbreaker messaged me and was like, yeah, I'm thinking of doing this and this and this. It's like, nope, I'm just going to do it, and somehow miraculously it's just going to coincide with you getting there.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's time. The board will never own Groundbreaker. No.
Somebody clean up this mess. Stay down, tall head.
We're dead. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted.
sanitized.
Did any of these guys survive? Yeah, okay, 3 of them. That's not bad. I was expecting a lot less, considering... Well, they're using kind of good weaponry, I guess. Most of these guns I got, or I'm using, or have used at some point. And the soundtrack is pretty badass. So yeah, they do have things going for it.
I never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
Area sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Why is it called the labyrinth?
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
It's not really sort of like a labyrinth though, is it? It's just a... Well, just a regular area, I guess.
Muting volume now.
You get tired of patrolling? Just go rush the line. Huh? Something's not right.
Hello?
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Are you talking while on shift?
Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please.
Everyone gets one mistake, just don't do it again.
Whew. Thank you.
Okay, that was... Yeah, that was straightforward. Just, yeah. Then again though, I guess I have, like, put a lot of points though into persuade and weapons. That being said though, the weapon thing didn't really help me much back when back in the loading bay, but other than that, like, I've put a lot of skill into persuasion, which is how I was able to get the... You know, ID, biometric ID. The disguise, that's the word I was looking for. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll hold off, like, a proper opinion. An overall opinion until I get to the end. Like, the very end.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Are you talking on shift?
Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please.
It's okay, I'll let it go this time.
Thank you.
Anytime, buddy.
Get in there, troops. For Monarch. For Halcyon.
Okay, this seems a bit more epic, actually. That being said, though, why are these guys just randomly bursting into this place? It's like none of this is planned. Right, how do I get up there? How do I get over there? Or is that over on my side? Yeah, I'm just trying to get... Are those iconic... No, they're not.
Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
This seems rather rushed, actually. Yeah. There's no point. There's no point in this mission where I've gone to these extra factions and been like, yeah, I need your help, etc., etc. They're just kind of they're kind of just showing up. It's a bit random. Now my main question is, where am I supposed to go? Okay. Can I jump up on you? Oh, I can jump down, climb down there. Just can't jump up here. Okay. Can I get out here? No, didn't think so. No idea what I'm supposed to do. We fought our way here, and they just barricaded both ways there. Okay, is there another one? Maybe? Green screen, really? Okay. Right. What do I do? Yeah, I don't quite understand. This is sealed, but there's no like. It's not like I'm being make your way through Tartarus and confront Chairman Rockwell. Yeah, that is the quest. So.
Customer, all germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
God, that thing moved quickly. Alright, that's done. Cutting my way through these guys pretty quickly. Yeah, now my only real question is how the hell do I open that door? And is this going to be something I'm going to need to Google?
Difficult job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain-out remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
Okay, so apparently not? What? Seriously though, fuck this objective finder, it's just annoying.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon.
Doomed? Phineas and I are saving the colony.
That crackpot's plan is ludicrous. We have steps, action items, budgets, and reports. All he's got is a guilty conscience and lofty dreams. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. In this one, however, I have only 2 words for you. Fuck off.
Whoa now. There's no call for hostility.
No call for... You unbelievable bastard! Sophia should be the one wasting her time with you, but you killed her. I'll have you hanged, quartered, bankrupted. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done here. Then I'll drag you to the executioner myself.
I'm not waiting for anything. This colony needs saving right now.
Is that what you think you're doing? This path of wanton societal disruption? You call that being a savior? I call it sabotage. You know what saboteurs get, Captain? Summary executions. In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint with your skull. It was fucking expensive.
I'm sure we can talk about this, Rockwell. Let's work something out.
Absolutely not. Akande was always the sociable one, not me. Need I repeat the magic 2 words?
Fine. I'll be there before you know it. Which room? What, that room? It doesn't look so tough. I was expecting something big. With 4, 5, maybe 6 legs. 3 arms. 1 cannon. 2 machine guns. 6 rockets. Plasma cannon. Yeah, never mind. Alright, I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna shoot this thing, because, like I said, between the 3 of us, it should be fairly easy to get through this. Ram. Oh no, he's got a shield! A shield! What do I do against a shield? Just turn around and let my friend shoot him from the back. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, God, that wasn't good. What am I doing? What am I shooting? What the? I was doing fine against him. It's the bloody drones I can't seem to kill. How do I, revive teammates? Is it possible to revive? No. Well, I call bullshit. Ah, more drones. Fuck's sake. Look at this. The best machine ever created to kill. I can get through pretty quickly. It's just having to take out these bloody drones. I better save my game, Ashton. No, I can't. Oh, you prick. I have to go through all this shite again if I die. Which I'm not really planning to. This isn't going too bad, actually. Okay, can't get too cocky. Oh, that was actually close. Wow, this is actually more powerful than the carbine repeater. Man, if I knew this was more powerful, I would just be using this. I would have given up on the other bloody gun. I went for like 600 rounds of ammo. Alright, screw it. Let's kill this guy.
Cycle complete.
Fuck off. What? No. That can't be the end, can it? The big bad guy. They blew his head off.
I can hardly believe my eyes. You didn't have to do this, you know. Risk your life just to save mine.
Are you kidding? The board never stood a chance against us. Well, me.
No, I expect they didn't. You're a force of nature, aren't you? You've left the board in tatters, but Halcyon is still on the verge of starvation. I just hope we're not too late. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating. Earth isn't going to help us. No one's going to help us now. We're alone out here, and I don't know if we're going to survive.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. We'd best get started.
I had hoped your fellow colonists might hold the key to saving Halcyon, but I don't have nearly enough chemicals to revive them all. I'll do what I can. I just hope it's not too late. It's time I return to my lab. I'll try to save as many of the Hope's colonists as I can. You're under no obligation to help me. You've done enough already.
Somebody has to run this colony. I'm the only competent person left.
I only hope you know what you're getting into. There isn't much of a colony left to run. We were going to save this colony, you know. That's what I told myself when I pulled you from the Hope. You and I were going to set everything right. Now, I don't know what to think. Earth is gone, and we are going to need a miracle to survive another generation. I always suspected Halcyon might collapse one day. I just thought we would have more time.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Welles began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclasts spread like wildfire, and Graham was able to bring many of the smaller Terra 2 townships into the fold. However, his zealous obsession with spreading the word blinded him to the needs of a growing organization, and the movement was unsustainable at scale. The iconoclast way seemed to work best, and ultimately petered out on Monarch. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Ellie savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. After all he'd seen and heard adventuring with you, the vicar Maximilian de Soto renounced his faith and joined the effort to rebuild the colony. Ironically, he finally found the joy that had eluded him over the course of his life, and realized that perhaps he was always meant to be just a simple laborer after all. He quickly dismissed the idea. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently, as its chief and sole engineer. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest, long years of isolation left him a changed man, little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was changing around him. He remained in his estate largely by choice, fading from public view. As for Dr. Phineas Welles, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He was never able to come to terms with his own past, troubled by the decision of placing all his faith in the first colonist he ever revived, the infamous Captain of the Unreliable. The revival project yielded mixed results. Phineas, weighed down by limited support and his own guilt, struggled to revive more than a handful of scientists and engineers. They made a heroic effort to solve the colony's problems, but with small numbers and facing long odds, their solutions never caught on. Only a few of the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Wells died before he could see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a haunted man, crushed by the guilt of his failures. Small, petty factions squabble over what remains of the colony. Every attempt to reach out to Halcyon's neighbors is met with silence. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Well, shit. That's that, I guess. Well, yeah, okay, that wasn't as epic an ending as I was expecting, and some of those things, it's like, yeah, because unless I'd missed something when I was reading, like when I was taking that the chemical out of the lab in Byzantium, which, you know, should have had, like, I think a lot more sort of mission, like a lot more stuff should have been centered in that place. It's meant to be like the hub of Halcyon, so I thought more quests would be there. Probably more quests were, but I'm on about like more main quests. There wasn't much attention in that, and that seemed to be like the biggest city hub on the planet. So yeah, not much happened there. But like I said, I was like taking the chemical out of the holder thing, putting it into the container. It just said, like, you know, if I take out all of it, then all those test subjects die, and if I take out a certain amount of it, then they live and I still get some. Like, you know, I didn't pick up on anything anyway, but it's never, like, stated that if I don't get, like, 100% or, like, whatever, then it'll just be a bad ending. Because I felt like, in terms of Phineas's role anyway, it felt like a bad ending. That being said though, the colony does survive for the next few decades. You know, it survives until my character presumably dies of old age, so it's not like a bad ending. But for Phineas's part, it felt like a bad ending. I don't know. It's an odd one. Very odd. Anyway, but than my negativity, I hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough for the Outer Worlds. I have, even though I've been complaining about it for the last few minutes. I've actually enjoyed the game. Thought it was a decent shooter. If you're not looking for anything too heavy, then this is certainly the game to play. Story wasn't terrible. I imagine the ending would be a lot better as well if you do a lot of the side quests, which I imagine take up the bulk of the game. Because the main quests aren't really numerous. They don't go on for very long. A lot of the characters are fun, but not, I would say, memorable. It's not akin to Mass Effect level character development, I'd say. Anyway, yes, if you could leave a like for the episode and a comment down below, it would help a great deal. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon. That way you keep notified about all my future walkthroughs. Thank you all for watching, it means a great deal. That's pretty much it for now for this entire walkthrough. Hope you've enjoyed in general. And yeah, until my next walkthrough, you take care and have a great day.